All right, what's going on, everyone? Chris Chef Sports Cards here. Welcome to another lovely weekend of breaks. I hope everyone is or had a wonderful week. Now get some relaxing time off work. We're doing 2024 Topps Heritage third case break number 15. Bryce, what's up, buddy? How are you? Welcome. Especially if you're new to the channel, welcome. A little bit about us. We've been around for over 7 years now. We break mostly baseball. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading, and we ship as quickly as our little hands will move. If you're new to the channel, help a brother out and hit the old subscribe button there. Also, eBay continues to run their sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Go to any of our eBay listings. Look in the description. There's a link. You follow that link. It'll tell you what to do, and you can win some free cards. And of course, as always, chefsportscards.com, our little speck of the World Wide Web. We got a bunch of breaks up over there. All of them really are just about full. Pro Debut Random just filled a couple hours ago, so we're going to do that tomorrow at 5 o'clock for anybody who's in that, and I'll send out an email tomorrow. It's 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern time. And if we fill anything else up, we'll do that tomorrow before the eBay breaks also, and then we have a full lineup of eBay breaks tomorrow night. So, you guys could keep me busy all day if we fill a few more things. So go check out chefsportscards.com and grab a spot or two today. Semi-load of black beans, really? Wow. All right, let's go over the teams. D-backs, Thomas M. Braves and Orioles, Hewitt A. Red Sox, Kevin E. Cubs, Chris L. Reds, Robert V. Guardians, Brandon C. Tigers, Aaron B. Royals, Brandon S. Angels, Andrew P. Dodgers, Ronald L. Brewers, Thomas M. Twins, Chad G. Mets, Tom D. Yankees, Sam L. A's, Tom D. Phillies, Jeremy J. Pirates, Hewitt A. Cardinals, Rob S. Padres, Robert H. Giants, Chad G. Rays, Jeremy J. Mariners, Rangers, Blue Jays are all Heritage 1973. And the Nationals is Hewitt A. A couple people still waiting on payments. So if you get your payments in, guys, I'd really appreciate it. Let's open some cards. How was my week? My week was okay. Dealing with some eBay issues this week in their shipping system. I have to bite the bullet and just stop using their shipping system because they just have too many glitches and stuff in it. And here's the strangest thing, right? So on eBay, for those of you who, here we go, a little buyback action for the Tigers. Gene Lamont for Aaron. For any of you who've used their system, which I'm sure many of you have, but if you've ever used it in bulk, Kevin E. has the Red Sox. That's right. You can only do 100 labels at a time with their bulk system, which is the first problem, especially when you have 400 or 500 packages to send out. And they have this strange thing that, so say you run 100 labels, right? And it'll come up as in the order that the labels are. But if for some reason it gets closed, it comes up in a new order. It's so weird. And then it takes forever. You got to go through one by one trying to find the label. And then, oh, God, it adds hours of work. It's really ridiculous. And, of course, that happened to me this week. So just to make it more fun. Low number Dominic Smith for the Nationals. So now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do next week because playoffs start next week. Baseball playoffs, and still don't. There's Dane Raphael rookie. Still don't have Jason Dominguez rookie. Still don't have the schedule yet for what they're playing, what days I have tickets for. So I think everyone's pretty much playing divisional on Saturday. So I think Saturday there'll be a game. But we'll see. Adley New Age Performances. Never sold anything. What are you talking about? You never sold anything on eBay? Bryce? Really? I have accounts with other shipping companies. Shohei, low numbered. I don't know why I don't use them. It's habit. You know what I mean? You're comfortable. You're used to doing something, but honestly, it adds a ton of work sometimes. It's like the whole refund thing when I ask you guys to wait for invoices, because the refund process alone of just going through all that shipping and figuring out who paid for what, it just adds a ton of work. Jordan Westberg rookie. There's a Henry Davis rookie for the Pirates, numbered 129 of 999. Like, I want to make sure, especially if you buy over multiple days, you guys know that I refund shipping, and I try to make sure everyone, and it's a process, man. It really is a process. Who's got the Pirates? Is Hewitt. That's why I kind of constantly remind you guys, like, do me a favor, just wait for the invoices, please, because it just adds more work every week figuring out who has to get what and when. Sony launches Betamax in Japan. Yeah. Well, yeah, I got to see. I think, I'm almost positive we have tickets for Saturday. I just don't know what time. Pete Crow Armstrong rookie. Or who they're playing, of course. Sonny Gray. I'll tell you what, Monday's going to be interesting. Well, I mean, I guess based on the weekend and what happens with the doubleheader between the Mets and the Braves. If they're still, unless the Braves take a whole bunch of losses this weekend or something. JT Realmuto, Gavin Williams, Conforto. Freddie Freeman, New Age. So 5-star came out today. We have a full case of 5-star tomorrow night. Keep an eye out for that. High-end, expensive product with some killer hits in it. Low-numbered Ramirez for the Rays. On top of some Bowman Chrome, Topps Chrome, Pro Debut, all that stuff tomorrow night. And as I said before, we're doing the, for anybody who's in it, the Pro Debut random from the website we'll do tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Eastern. And I know the Pick Your Team Bowman Chrome's down to like 4 teams left. So if we fill that, we can do that too. First rookie to win MVP, AL MVP. Nice. Davis Schneider. So, I mean, ultimately, tomorrow could be a lot of breaks, but we'll see. Jordan Walker, low numbered. Yeah, I think there's like 4 or 5 teams left, something like that. I dropped some prices on those last teams. So hopefully we'll get it filled. It's like anything else, man. They fill the first 75% of it fills really quick, and then it's like pulling teeth to get the last 25% full. But it'll get there. It always does. Adley, Blake Rutherford. Dick Williams. Alex Cobb, low numbered. Da, 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 da. Blake Sobel on the white border for the Giants. For Chad. Turner, Mason Wynn. He outbreaks Mel Ott's 47-year-old record. How about you hear these guys are in a lawsuit about the Otani ball now? I got to be honest, I saw the video today. It was kind of a jerk move, the guy who has it. I mean, he really did rip it out of the dude's hand. Carlos Santana, low numbered. Like, I mean, I look, possession's 9/10 of the law. I get that. But, like, if you see the video of when they're scrambling for it, like, and it's like a kid. I mean, not a kid, but he's definitely the younger of the two. He looks like he's like 17 or 18 or something like that. And he's got it in his hand. The other guy takes both hands and like rips it out of his hand and then it's like, oh, look what I got. Jordan Romano for the Blue Jays on the Clubhouse collection. So we'll see. It's up for auction. The kid filed a lawsuit, which I think is good. I think they should just split it. I mean, like I think right now it's up for auction. They said it's at 600,000 already. Like, come on, man, cut the kid in. You know, I don't know. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Like, come on, dude, we'll split it. Call it a day. Gunner. Yeah, it is kind of amazing to me how. Yeah, I like I've seen, and especially in that case with baseballs at games. Look, I've seen people kind of rip them off kids by not, and not realize that they really are. You know what I mean? Campusano. The anytime I've ever gotten a ball at a game and my son hasn't been with me, I've given it to a kid, whether it's been a foul ball or home run. I mean, I haven't gotten a lot of them, but a few times I have. I always look around and find the closest kid and just like, here, buddy, because it's so freaking exciting for them. Okay, in this case, it's a lot of money. I get it. But like when you see the video, like you're like, geez, dude. I get you guys want the money, but maybe work out a deal. Jake Berger, white border. Yeah, I don't see. I'm one of those people who thinks like I'm not a big lottery guy. In fact, I almost rarely never play the lottery. On the rare occasion when the Powerball gets to like $500 billion or whatever their ridiculous numbers are. Evan Carter rookie. But otherwise, I don't even think about it. I'm just not a lottery guy. But to me, like when the lottery gets to like $200 million, like these ridiculous, $1 billion pots or whatever, like why give away $1 billion to one person? Why don't you give away $5 million to 1,000 people? You know what I mean? And make a difference. Like that could actually make a difference. Buck Martinez buyback for the Royals. For Brandon. Like, well, first of all, what is that person going to do with $1 billion? I mean, like that's insane. Oh, you just won the lottery. Here's $1 billion. Okay, pay tax. Okay, so they only get 600 million, but still, like, I mean, unless you're looking to buy an island or something, I mean, there's not much more you can do, with 600 that you can't do with 10. You know. Oscar Colas. Fujinami, low numbered. What's up, John? It's kind of the same situation here. I mean, what does that ball sell for? Maybe $1 million or so? More than $1 million? Like, so what? You split it with the guy. Big deal. Black border Hae-Sung Kim, 50 copies for the Padres. For Robert. Yelich, New Age Performers. Shohei. And Mackenzie Gore, low numbered. Mookie and Lazardo white bordered for the Marlins. John, you going to be able to make a playoff game there in Brewerville? You guys are going to have a wild card, right? Which you get. The nice thing about wild card is if you're the higher seed, you get all the games at home. Not that you would necessarily want to play 3 games, but that's all right. I got to be honest. I don't want to play anyone. I said this before. I know. I'm not feeling very confident in the Phillies right now. I hate to say it. They just the last couple of days I was reading some articles and I was looking at some stats from this year, and I'm very, very worried about the Phillies. They just, ever since they went to London, they just have not been. They've had a couple stretches that have been good, but they just basically played 500 ball most of the season. Alec Thomas for the D-backs. For Thomas. I mean, look, the Phillies are my team. I hate to say it. And look, anyone can get hot at any time, and they certainly have the roster to do it. But there's a lot of teams playing really well right now that make me nervous. You know, the Brewers, the Padres, the Mets, for example. And you know, I've learned after 51 years, I have to temper my. As much as I love all the Philadelphia sports, I really have to temper my expectations. Otherwise, I'll just come away too heartbroken every time, you know? It hurts to say it, and that way if they win, you're like, oh, great. That's a pleasant surprise. I try to remind people that we never win when we're supposed to. We only win when we're not supposed to in Philadelphia. Lane Thomas. 2008. Weren't supposed to win. Weren't supposed to be anywhere near the World Series, right? 10 and 11. Should have won. Had the team, had the pitching, had everything. Could barely get through the divisional round. Shouldn't have won the Super Bowl in 2017. Backup quarterback goes out and has, quite honestly, maybe the best quarterback performance in the history of the Super Bowl, or close to it anyway. Robbie Grossman for the Rangers. For Heritage. And we win. 2 years ago, we're in the Super Bowl, easily have the better team, and are winning by 10 points at the half. And guess what? We lose. Yeah, well, that Monday series, that 2-game, that doubleheader on Monday is going to be interesting. Well, I mean, it's all, like I said earlier, it's all going to play out based on what they do this weekend. But I mean, let's say they come out even to where they are. I mean, they could be out of the playoffs. I mean, they could not even make it if the Braves come in and, you know, and sweep them out. I mean, again, it's going to depend on how these next few days go, but that is the Corey Seager. What variation is that? God, I can't even read these things. Well, All-Star variation. I don't remember what they call this one, and I cannot read that to save my life. I need my I got to get my magnifying glass. Age. My wife's like, "Oh, you need new glasses." Like, I still can't read it with new glasses. Where the hell's my magnifying glass on here? Trying to use the one on my phone. There it is. Oh, missing signature. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I see it now. Yeah, signature variation. Yep. There you go. Look at that for the Rangers. For Heritage. Here you go, buddy. Yeah, it could be. I mean, again, like I said, it's going to kind of depend on the whole weekend, but I was confused. I thought the Padres were playing the Dodgers this weekend. I don't know why I had it in my head that they were, because I was like, oh man, the Padres could win the West. But then but they're not. So, and I mean, I don't think they can now after whatever happened yesterday, but they were, you know, that would be something. I mean, I got to be honest. Did anybody think that the Dodgers were only going to finish with like 95 wins? I would have. And the poor White Sox, they're going to miss the record by just a few games. What do they have as today? 120 losses as of today. The run differential is negative 331. Like, that is ridiculous. Jeez, how embarrassing. Stanton low numbered. My gosh. Negative 331. So not only did they lose 120 games, they averaged like a 3-run loss in every one of them. Jeez. Garrett Mitchell. I saw somebody put up some pictures from they played the Angels a couple weeks ago. There was like 25 people in the whole stadium. That's just like incredible to me. I mean, I get that your team's bad, but jeez, like you could literally stood in the stadium and counted the amount of people there. Med Rosario. Mookie. What was the record for the losses? Like one, I think it's 129 or something like that. So they're just fall just a few short. I mean, if you're gonna lose, you might as well get the record. You know. Well, I look at it. I mean, if we're gonna do it, let's do it. George Kirby. If we're gonna be losers, let's be the biggest losers ever. At least they'll have something to hang on us. Isaac Paredes. Dumping those black beans, my man. Is that how you transport black beans in like a dump truck or like a semi? Abner Uribe. Kerstedt. Stanton New Age. Bobby Witt. Bobby. Evan Carter. And Felix Bautista. Box number 3. From the field to the bins in Hopper Bottom. Dump truck, semi truck. Really? Wow. Yeah, look at that. A big Evan Carter rookie. Sweet. That thing's cool for Texas. See, that's the one you take to the park and get signed, man. Evan, sign this for me, buddy. There's already a signature on it. Nah, it's not a real one. Give us a real one. 52,000 pounds of beans on a semi. How much is 52,000 pounds of black beans sell for? Like, what do you get a pound on something like that? Ellie rookie. Ellie. Gunner, low numbered with the rookie cup. 52,000 pounds. And how much acreage does it take to pull 52,000 pounds of beans? Jeez. Curtis Mead, Pete Crow Armstrong. Cole Ragans black border for the Royals. to 50 copies. Wait, 30 to 45 for 100 pounds usually. For every 100 pounds, it's 30 to 45. Oh, yeah, John, you found something new? Better hours, daytime stuff, back to first shift? What was that? Upside down Spencer Strider just sitting there in the middle. All right. 1,800 pounds an acre. Huh. Dansby. Oh, Dansby. Wait, Joey Weimer. Lawler rookie. Brian Reynolds white border for the Pirates. A 2-2-3. What is a 2-2-3? Like second shift, third shift? Is that what that is? I don't know what that is. Goldie. Has John, has your wife liked her new job? Didn't she got a new job too, right? Is she in? I mean, I know you haven't been too happy with the couple you found so far. Work 2, off 2, work 3. Oh, Adam Frazier. Is that why is that bad? Work 2, off 2, work 3? Doesn't sound too bad. £450,000 today. Wow, that's a lot of beans, man. Corbin Carroll. Who buys most of those from you guys? Like canneries, like the Junior Caminero rookie? Does it all go to like Goya or one of those type of companies? Fletcher, Novelli Marte, Kershaw, 12 shifts. Well, the 20K sounds good. Wait, it's 12 shifts. So what it? All right, I'm gonna sound like a complete idiot at this point. I have no idea what that means. This is when coming in and working for yourself your whole life. I don't understand how this shift thing works. So 12 shifts over what, 2 weeks? Mookie Betts. Oh, I got you. Oh, 12 hours. Okay. Well, I mean, if you got to put up with the hours, at least you get the money, right? Diaz. Ah, okay. Like Bush. I gotcha. Come on, man. Give us something other than our clubhouse collection. Jose Ramirez, a little bat relic for the Guardians for Brandon. You work 7 days. So basically, you're 7 on, 7 off. With, I mean, I get that it's broken up, but isn't that better than your last job? I mean, days wise, weren't you doing like 5 days a week there or whatever? And it's second shift still, like kind of what you've been doing. See, I only care about that because it limits the time you're here, and we miss you. Riverfront Coliseum opens in Cincinnati. WKRP in Cincinnati. I didn't know I was down like that, huh? Shame Robert's not here. He would love it. I'm sure he was a WKRP fan back in the day. Matt Manning. Tariq Skubal on the white border for the Tigers. Aaron. Oh, it rotates. I see. What are, can I ask what you're doing there? What are you manufacturing? I mean, is it another printing place or is it something else? Aaron Judge, New Era. Mm-hmm. Michael Kopech. Yeah, yeah. I think Chris can speak to that. Look, I only know Chris as well as we know each other through here, but I think that poor guy has to get off nights for some reason. Brown packing tape for Amazon and Target. A whole place that's all they make is packing tape? Wow. That would seem like something to be pretty automated. Harris, TJ Friedel, Ty France. Yeah, man. I feel like I know lately like you've been sick and getting headaches and just the little stuff we talk about here. I think your nights are what are doing it to you, man. You've been doing it for a long time now, Chris. I mean, it's been a few years at least, right? Since you went to nights. Hasn't been a couple years now. It takes a toll, man. Like if it's not something that you do like your whole life, it can really beat you up. Hey, Song Kim again, working the rainbow. 923 of 999 for Robert. On a printing press, yeah. To me, if you're like I said, if you're a night worker, I mean, I work nights in hotels sometimes and stuff, but not on a like a permanent basis. Sometimes shifting through it or just filling in or doing whatever. I mean, so I've done it in the past, but nothing like you guys have done. Um, but the thing I always found with people who are third shift workers, like the people who are good with it are like permanent third shift workers. You know, like they've been doing it since they were teenagers. They want the extra money. They're used to it. You know, um, like there's this guy. There's a Wawa that's not far from me here, and Wawas are open 24 hours a day. And the one near my house is pretty busy. And for those of you who don't know this area, Wawa's like a 7-Eleven. Pat Bjork. I wonder if he's any relation to what was his name? The Ray Bjork. For Oakland. Who's got Oakland? Tom. There you go, buddy. But one night, anyway, I was in there one night a couple months ago, and there's this. He's not a kid. I mean, he's a kid to me, but he's like in his 20, maybe 25, 28, something like that. And I said something to him about working overnights. He's like, "Oh, I've always worked overnight since I was like 17. I love it." Like, really? He's like, "Yeah, he's like, I don't even think I could work during the day." So like, it's like something I think you have to be committed to. Is the only way you can actually enjoy it. Is if, all right, this is my life. This is what I do. Otherwise, it's just Arenado. It's so annoying because you can get thrown off so easy. You know, your family, it's a holiday. Your family wants to see you, want this, you want that. So instead of being on your normal sleep pattern, you stay up and then you're all thrown off. And eh, yeah, yeah. I don't think I would choose to do it. You'd have to pay me a substantial amount. Well, now I would never do it. But even back years ago, I don't think I would have done it unless I was paid very, very well. And I guess that's ultimately what brings anyone to it is the pay. You know, I mean, they're going to drop, $3, $4 more an hour on you to work overnight. It can add up. Caminero. Corey Jolks. Fralick rookie. Yeah. That was like when I was first starting out as a after culinary school, like my experience was a little different because I worked in, man, the Rangers are getting all kinds of stuff. Alex Spees for the Rangers, black and white short print. Um, like my experience as a chef was a little different than most because I worked in a country club during in high school and stuff. So like, a lot of people were, oh, they worked in fast food or this or that or whatever. I worked in some kind of like somewhat high end establishments as a teenager. So I kind of knew that life a little bit. But the one thing I used to hate was split days off. Oh, that was the worst. If you did get 2 days off at a place and they're like, you're off Monday and Thursday, and you'd be like, what the hell? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? You know, it was the worst. Earn earlier retirement. Well, I suppose you could say the money is goes towards the earlier retirement. That and I always hated working Sundays. I've talked about this before. That was the worst. Working Sundays. I hated it. I just especially when I lived in Charleston, I was right out of culinary school and I was the PM sous chef at this very famous restaurant down there and Sunday down there was like dead, you know. And I used to have to go to work and I'd be like, "Oh god, I don't want to go." Candelario 131 of 375. Wait a second. Here it is again. Look at this. That is so weird. Remember we had this with the Abner Uribe. Cincinnati, and it says the Guardians on top. The Abner Uribe is the Brewers, and then his said the Guardians, right? Wasn't it on top? I'll double check it on the checklist what it's for. I'm assuming it's for the Reds, of course, but we'll double check it against the checklist. Yeah, that always was the problem. That was one of the big problems. Ugh, split days off are the worst. Like at that point, I'd rather just have one day off. How about rather than give me split days off, give me Sunday off and I'll work 6 days. I'd be fine with that rather than splitting. Although to be honest, I think there was only one place I worked at that I actually had 2 days off, so it didn't last that long. But woo, Patrick Sandoval. Oh, did you find one, or is that tier one? Wait, what one was that, John? Evan Carter. Adolis Garcia. Oh, yeah. I got you. And it's finally shipping out. That's right. I do remember it now. Well, I got my Montgomery Club set today. A waste of a couple $100 right there, because you certainly can't get anything pre-ordered from them. Oh, here, spend this money and you can have a chance to pre-order from us. But oh yeah, by the way, all that stuff will be sold out in 30 seconds anyway, so it doesn't really mean anything. Like, I don't get that. You're asking people to pay a fee to be a part of this club to get early access to cards that get sold out anyway in like a minute. Well, if I'm paying to have early access, shouldn't you have enough to cover us? Like, even if you want to, say, okay, everybody only gets one box. Say, well, we have 5,000 people in the club, so we need to have 5,000 boxes available. So we're sure everybody can get one. It's so annoying. The one thing I was waiting for all year, that stupid Cosmic Chrome, man. No dice. Which I'll still get it. It's just, so annoying. Hunter Brown for the Astros. I don't think I will be doing Montgomery Club anymore, to be honest. Honestly, I paid whatever. I don't even know how much it was. A couple $100 basically for a set that I could get for $50. Which is, I'm sure, probably what happens with most of the people who are a part of it. Jason Dominguez, rookie. Luis Patino. Oh, hey. Oh. My buddy Chris, man. Chris, he buys in every once in a while. He always hits. There you go. Pete Crow Armstrong, rookie auto for the Cubbies. Very nice. Little real one auto. Take one of those. That'll work. For Chris L. There you go, buddy. At least it wasn't another relic. Brian De La Cruz. All right, a few packs left. If anyone's showing up for pro debut, we're running a few behind. We'll probably start about 5-10 minutes late. Nolan Arenado. Jordan Westberg. Again, a reminder. Tomorrow we have the pro debut random on the website filled. We're going to do it at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow before the eBay breaks. If we want to get anything else filled on the website, we can do it then too before Saturday night. I know a few of the breaks are down to not a lot of teams. Emmett Sheehan and Ben Joyce. White border for the Angels. And then tomorrow night we got a full slate of everything, including 5-star. Yay. Full case of 5-star tomorrow night. Margaret Thatcher, and Nick Allen. All righty. That is going to do it. I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. As always, I could not do this without y'all, and I do truly appreciate it. If you're not in any of our other breaks tonight, please stay safe, stay healthy out there, and we'll be back tomorrow and Sunday. If you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you. And of course, as always, head on over to the website, grab a spot or two. And bear with me for a sec. Quick hit recap together. All right. All right, Kevin, take care, buddy. Thanks for joining us. White border. All right. Hit recap for 2024 Topps Heritage third hobby case break number 15. These are all our low numbered parallels. We'll go, or low numbered short prints. We'll check on any rookies or good guys in there. They need to be pulled. Bunch of rookies. Make sure they get taken care of. Box toppers. We had 3 buybacks. Buck Martinez for the Royals, Pat Bork for the A's, and Gene Lamont for the Tigers. And then we did have the Evan Carter oversized rookie. White border parallels. Blake Sable, Jake Berger, Jesus Luzardo, Brian Reynolds, Tariq Skubal, Brown, Ben Joyce, and Robbie Grossman. Short prints. We had the no signature Corey Seager and the Alex Spees black and white, both for the Rangers. Black border, 2 of them. We had one for Kim for the Padres and Ragans for the Royals. Those are to 50 copies. Numbered parallels, Henry Davis rookie to 999, Haesung Kim to 999, Candelario to 375. Relics of Jordan Romano, Alec Thomas, and Jose Ramirez, and of course the real one auto, Pete Crow Armstrong rookie for the Cubbies. All right, folks. Again, thanks so much for joining me. I'll be back in 5 with Pro Debut. Have a great night. Take care. Bye.